Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abdul Hafiz bin Muhammad Nasir, with my fellow members Muhammad Adik bin Roslan, Muhammad Aiman bin Muhammad Abu Bakar, Muhammad Aiman Haziq bin Marzuki. And today we will talk about our system and that is login system. Our system is a disk system for a simple login form. It allows users to enter their username and password, and upon clicking the login button, the entered data is stored in a text file. Our project provides a basic structure for a login form and demonstrates event handling, data validation, file manipulation, and message display in a JavaFX application. In this file diagram, the login class is the entry point of the JavaFX application and sets up the primary stage to display the login window. The FXML1 controller class is the controller for the FXML file and contains the event handling logic and the manipulation methods. And finally, the fxml1.fxml class is the file represents the user interface layout defined in FXML format. FXML1 controller, this class serves as the controller for the FXML file, which defines the layout and behavior of the logic screen. It handles the button click events and implements the logic for validating input, appending data to a file, and displaying success or error messages. Login class, this class is the entry point for the JavaFX application. It sets up the primary stage, loads the FXML file, and display the login screen.
So for the first question, for number 2, show the content of the text file used in the code. So this is the code that we use to import the user data to the text file. And as you can see, we use string 5 parts, and this is the 5 paths to the txt file, and we use try printer writer, new printer, new file writer, and file name and 5 paths. So this is the example of the file, the data that user have key in. We can see username and password. So for the second question, B, the GUI container. So the GUI container that we use is anchor pen. Is server as the main container of the UI element in the FXML file. And label, we use label for username and password. And we use 2 text field, that is allow the user to enter text specifically used for the username field. So for this the text file, I use tf username, and this is tf password, and that I use button for login and exit, used for the login, and exit button for the user to press login when they have key in all the data, and exit for exit the program, and and that is for the B. And the for C, example of code segment where exception handling is used. So this is the code where we use segment where exception handling is used. In this segment, the code attempt to write data to a file. However, if an IOI exception occur, it is caught and handled within the catch block. The exception can occur if there is an issue with the IO operation, such as file not found, permission denied, or disk full. The exception class used is IO exception, which is general exception class for handling IO related error. In this case, the code simply prints the stack trace, but you can customize the exception handling according to your requirement. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the welcome login interface. Here, I will show you how you can enter your username and password to access the Java project file using the GUI interface that our group has provided. As you can see here, there are two buttons available, the login button and the exit button. Above the button, you'll find the two input field, one for the username and the other for the password. To begin, click on the username input field and type in your username. This could be your unique identifier or the name you have chosen for this particular system. Next, we click on the password input field and enter your password. Make sure to type it accurately and securely. Password are case sensitive, so be mindful of uppercase and lowercase letter. Great. Now that I fill in both the username and password field, I can proceed by clicking the login button. This will initiate the verification process. Alright, upon clicking the login button, the system will check if the username and the password I use is present or not before the data being transferred to another file. If it's present, a success interface will pop up just like this to notify you that your data has been successfully added to the Java project file. The success interface will assure you that your login attempt was successful and that your data has been securely added to the Java project file. It serves as a confirmation that the data has been transferred safely. And once you have finished, you can close the login interface by clicking on the exit button. This will exit the login process and return you to the main application or the system. After closing the login interface, you can navigate to the Java project file to verify that your data is indeed present. This file serves to store the data about the information that you just input in the username and password. At the bottom right there, as you can see, I just input the username and password from before. Next, I will show you what will happen to the GI if the user doesn't put either username or both, either username or password or both of them by click the login button anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna put only my username here. And then I'm gonna click the login button. And as you can see, the invalid input interface will remind you to provide both the username and password before proceeding with the login process. This ensures that the system receives the necessary information to authenticate your identity. And that's it for the interface GUI. I hope you guys understand. Thank you.
In conclusion, our application is a login interface where we need to input necessary data for it to work. So what is the strength of our application? It is easy for the users to understand on how to use it because it is simple and direct. It asks for username, then we just input username. If it asks for password, then we just put our password. If you want to log in, we just press the button login. If you want to exit the whole system, we just press the exit button. It is simple as that. Nothing complicated for us to work on. However, what is the weakness of this application? So, as mentioned, passwords are case sensitive, so we need to be mindful for uppercase letters and lowercase letters. So, if our password is all uppercase letters, then we need to use uppercase letters. If it's all lowercase letters, then we put all lowercase letters. If it's mixed, have both uppercase letters and lowercase letters, then we do just that. For example, the password is ABC. A is uppercase letters, B and C is lowercase letters. We cannot put A, B, C all uppercase letters. No, even though A is it is the same letter, but it's the different case. One is uppercase and one is lowercase. So it will our password then is incorrect. So how does this application help us understand object-oriented programming? Okay, so usually we simply make an output to be shown, or a simple interactive system like calculate price of items in a shop. However, this time we make not only interactive but also graphical output, which is GUI, which we never done before. This has increased our knowledge on how to program something beyond what we thought we could not do before. That's all. So yes, it is all from us. Thank you.